Hello everyone, welcome. This is Kenpachi and today we're gonna talk about Rise of Kingdoms. Today I will try to show and explain the best and alternative options for first auxiliary skills at Siege of Orleans. Why? Because I'm in that KVK story and I believe this is a timeless guide. So maybe I might need to update in the future, yet for a long time it will stay same. So yeah, also, it will be part by part, like infantry, archer, and cavalry parts. And for the second and third skill, I will make another videos about that, just to avoid confusion on this video. Because there are so many other options and it will make the guide very complicated. So if you like my videos, please do not forget to subscribe and like. And if you did that already, get ready. Let's get into it. Welcome back. Now these auxiliary skills start with basic commanders first, then with the chronicles, new ones will be added. So it starts with easy choices and then it gets complicated. I will try my best to explain which one are good and why and how it works. And before we start, I have to say this important note. Some skills are powerful enough to be called as meta, but do not forget this. It changes and depends how you play and how is your gear and everything. So be cautious, try to find your best suitable option. Okay, let's start with infantry. Infantry is now more normal damage oriented due to smite damage commanders. So according to this, we can easily say Sun Tzu Prime with anything is our primary commander pairing. I mean, for example, of course. And like I said, if you are using only one infantry march, and if it's Sun Tzu Prime or even any other smite damage commander, I would recommend Pyro's skill. It gives 10% health, which is perfect stat for everything, and 15% march speed, which is great for slow infantry marches. Plus to those, if you are using this skill and if you are outside of your alliance territory, your troop will deal 20% more normal damage, meaning your smite damage get 20% bonus. Perfect for starting skill and even maybe for the rest of the KVK. Now, if you are using double smites or even try to use 3 infantry like me, then your second and third march can have Martial, Richard, Jules Caesar or Mehmet in ranking order. Yes, Mehmet, and I will explain. Martial is Martial's skill is a pure and huge stat bonus. 20% defense and health are crazy good. I mean, that's a lot of stats. And on top of that, you gain 20% march speed is just insane. So this would be my first choice for the second infantry march. Richard is safer and tankier choice here. It increases counterattack damage by 10% and it gives 15% less damage taken buff. So if you think this march will take so much damage, then you might choose him to take less damage and gain more sustain. Jules Caesar is another safe option for more sustain. He gives 10% less damage taken buff and under 60% units you have chance to get 30% more less damage taken buff. So if you don't have Richard or you are using something else, so you can replace him with this Caesar. And Mehmet. I know there is no need for shenanigans, but hear me out. If you are using only one archer march, and of course if you are running CPO Ragnar pairing, this is a good option. Archers have other good options and alternative, and this is just to increase this CPO pairing impact on the field. As you know, the support talent tree got some buff, so it's actually more viable to use them still these days. So keep in that mind, if you have this march and if you are meeting the requirements I said before, then it is safe to say yes, you can use Mehmet on this march. For infantry rallies and garrisons, let's go with that. Rally with infantry is a smite damage pairing, so our first choice again is Pyrrhus. Due to his skill gives you outside of your alliance territory, you gain 20% normal damage increase, and this is great for rallying enemy structures because you are not in your own alliance territory. So you will have this buff all the time. And if you need more tankiness on that rally, you may go for Richard, even for Jules Caesar. And for infantry garrison, definitely I recommend Richard, but Caesar again is an option. Let me remind you this is for the first past opening roster. You only have limited amount of commanders, and after a certain chronicle pass, new commanders will be added and the first AUG skills might change, but I will cover that on part 2. Now moving to archers. So QSH is our first choice for archer pairing, right? If you are using one archer march and if it's QSH Zhuge there is an unexpected choice you can take, which is YSG skill. It gives 100% attack for archers for 3 seconds along with 100 rage regain. Rage part is not too crucial for QSH maybe, but again QSH is a monster for rage consuming, so extra rage gain is not a bad thing. Also getting 100% attack is crazy good. You literally fire so frequently, you will align that buff while QSH skill is active. So you will hit more and more and more damage. But of course, if you are using 2 Archer March, then things can change a bit. For example, QSH YSG and Zugeliang Herman kind of pairings, I recommend Mehmet skill on QSH and Tutmo skill on any other pairing you are using on the field. Or whatever secondary march, like I said. People like to have that extra march speed on QSH, but again, QSH is a skill damage monster, so Mehmet improved that so greatly without any restriction. So I believe Mehmet is much more priority than Tutmoz or any other commander's skill. And for archer rallies and garrison, I don't know if any archer garrison stands strong on any flags right now, so I cannot give you my suggestion for it. Of course, any damage reduction skill will help a lot, but not specific archer skills there to help to get better traits, so I don't know about garrisoning. But for rallies, you have alternative. If you think you are going to get swarmed, richer skill is for all troops, that will help you to survive. For damage wise, Tutmos is looking great since you will have 15% damage increase outside of your alliance territory, so in rally situation, if you have the control of the field, then this gives you great edge. Now time for cavalry. Cavalry commander pairing is built on combo damage, and for most people, the first pairing is GG Achilles and Arthur with someone like Philip, like William, or even Hector. So, anywho, we have a good proc damage commander skill, and it's from Elsie. Whenever your troops launch basic attack, you have 10% chance to deal 1000 damage. See, this is perfect fit for combo damage commanders, since combo attack can trigger any effect triggered by basic attack. So whenever you deal combo damage, this Elsit skill will have chance to proc. And that is great because you're gonna proc so many combo damage, and this is going to be a lot of Elsit skill proccing. Now, of course, it's a 5-second cooldown, but again, whenever you have the off cooldown, you will proc this. And if you are using 2 cavalry combo pairing, then second option is 100% Saladin skill. It's pure stat skill, which it gives cavalry defense stats, and that's the stat every cavalry wants. Of course, there are people who loves cavalry and wants to use one more march for it, and it's probably you go with Huo, then you can use Mehmet skill on that march, and if you're already using this on other march, I recommend Pelagius stat skill. Not any other. I'm definitely giving you this option because it is much better. That skill has again defense stats, and to be honest, Huo will need that more than you think. For rally and garrison for cavalry. For garrison is similar to other troop types one, but you can get Saladin on that list along with Richard and Caesar. You know, it's all about sustaining, damage sustaining. So just to survive, yeah. To rally wise, I believe Elsit will help to increase the pressure, or again Saladin have more balanced rally. And lastly, for siege pairing. You may think Athelflaed will be good and even game recommend that, yet that skill works only if you get hit on melee range. I ask that, I investigate that, and this is the conclusion. You have to be on melee range to get that skill activated. So it won't affect your counter-attack damage taken because your siege is taking range counter-attack damage. So it's not going to work until you fight on melee range, which if you're in that position, let me give you a secret, your siege is gone. So according to this, I find a good one for siege and speed up the KP gain and its con skill. Second part won't affect you. You don't have cavalry on your march and you won't get any march speed bonus, or you are not going to lose your march speed. And the first part is just rage reduction, and it is great for siege march. To launch your skill more frequently from safe distance is gold. Many think rage reduction will be good on Sun Tzu Prime, yet he already launches his skill at 900 rage. So extra 100 rage reduction, I believe it's too much. Of course it will help, yet it won't help as much as Pyrrhus skill or any other commander's skills gives damage output. As an infantry main, this is my take on that matter. I mean, yes, it can be usable, but there are better skills than that. So I don't believe this is the first choice you can take. Like I said, for the first pass, we don't have really too much options, yet the ones I gave you is the most rational and fit ones. I will make a part 2 of this and we'll cover the next commander and the second skills, and also if there are any changes going to happen to first skills, I will cover that too. Alright, thanks for watching, and before I forget, we have a pass opening tomorrow at 14:30 UTC and I will stream live, so do not miss that. Well, I hope this will help the people who's watching, and if you like the video, consider subscribe and like. And just to say, I'm a low spender and I'm here to show you game can be played without spending tons. So therefore, if you need more, check out the channel, you might find more you want to know. And if you have questions, comment below, let's discuss it. In channel, there will be many quick guides like this, so stay tuned. See you next time. Ken out.